Alan, we are going to jump right into the meat of the show here with your today's dad definition. So we have been anxiously looking forward to hearing it. So we'll let you take it away.
You guys really put folks on the spot, don't you?
Just right away. Man, right off the bat.
I mean,
go for it.
However, in our defense, like, we tell you that we're going to do this, so it's not.
Oh yeah, no, I shouldn't plead ignorance on that. Yeah, I knew what I was getting into. The 20 minutes of talking beforehand helped me. I think maybe getting halfway through this beer also helped. But the honest, and so when I thought about it, when you guys presented me with this question, the instinct is to create an interview response, and so then I sort of pushed against that and thought, what is the honest response to this question? And in reality, for me, as a father of a almost 2-year-old daughter, the answer is I don't know. I don't know. I think that, because I'm relatively new to this, it might be overstepping. The image that comes to my mind when I was thinking about this, was chubby Tom Hanks in Castaway. It would be kind of like asking him, what it means to be stranded on a desert island. Like that's not the guy you want to ask. You want to ask super lean, super long bearded killer from 50 yards away, Tom Hanks. He's the guy that has experience in the answers, right? And so with my limited experience as a father and my insight to that, I think what I'd like to maybe propose is that I talk just briefly about what I'm working on right now as a father, because I'm just over the hurdle of sort of that inevitable weight I think that most fathers deal with, which is realizing that to be a father, you now have all of this responsibility. Day in and day out, you now have to make a bit more effort maybe than you were making before. There's great sacrifice that goes along with that. And for me, just within the past few months, I feel like I've been able to accept that fully and clear that hurdle to move forward as my sort of next phase of life as a father. And so what I've been working on most recently is the pursuit of balance as an individual. And I know that you guys have spoken about this very thing with a number of other guests. And certainly there's the balance in the ecosystem of my life, but what I have been focusing on is not balance in my life as a father, but balance in my life as me, as Alan. And so what that means is I'm picking up the guitar a little bit more, I'm writing a little bit more, I'm watching old movies that bring me, interest, satisfaction. I'm learning some new hobbies. I'm remembering what it means to use my brain out of autopilot, which I think has been the big hurdle as a young father. What I realized is I'm ultimately vulnerable to those states of autopilot. My wife and I, her name is Amanda, we've spoken about this at length, which is that we have shifted into logistic mode, right? Who's going to do what, when, what's next? Who's going to do the bath? Who's going to, what do we need to do to get through the day? And that has unfortunately taken some of the purpose and satisfaction, I think, away. I mean, it's necessary at some level, certainly. But with that being said, to refocus back on balance, I think has allowed me to be a bit more joyful in the smaller things, a bit more three-dimensional with my daughter, which is really cool. There is increasing purpose and satisfaction in each day as I'm refocusing back on finding balance as a father. And I know that's a bit long-winded, but it is what I'm working on. So I thought, like I said, I thought I'd be honest with you guys and upfront about it. It's a lifelong pursuit, I think, and something, and I haven't, found great success in, most days. I'm still chubby Tom Hanks running around a fire, scared of the coconut. But that's where I am right now. And I think that would be maybe my humble submission to the podcast, and maybe in Rick House, you guys can just put Chubby Tom Hanks, and that'll